How's it going, everybody? So the USA Freedom Box coffin. Vandal puts coffin on Trump's Hollywood star, blames him for excess coronavirus deaths. Headline. I need to say headline. So the goes through the machine, what they refer to as algorithms, won't think I'm saying that. Oh, a little picture of me, my son, my late mom. Good old days. When I had hair. Yeah. Do you know this was put out on 8/7 and what came out the next day in Hollywood? Yeah, No Time to Die. So dead followed by No Time to Die. In other words, he goes down, he's back up. Now, that could be telling you that he rises the next day, because we've been saying on the third day. Now, if that's the case, I think we're all caught up there. If that's the case, I mean, I got things I got to look at, but if that's the case, the Lupercalia event of the 15th and then the full moon of the 16th of February, that's a day apart. Right now, the first big date that I'm looking at, and I know Michael's looking at the 17th. Now, a week from today is the Seattle Seahawks at Pittsburgh Steelers from the movie The Dark Knight Rises, when martial law was declared. There are no more events for Donald Trump to speak at. I just went to his site. I didn't even realize he was speaking last night. I had forgotten. Wasn't it in Iowa? 19 hours ago. That's it right there. So I guess I'll watch this tonight. I'll listen to it. $88,022 and that 2-2, you know, the 22 Trump cards and the tarot card deck. There's an 802 in the middle of text to Trump for August 2nd, could be. I mean, if that's the abomination of desolation day. But February 2nd was my divorce date to the woman who 88 was her second marriage number to me, if you remember all that math that I personally did. Now, February 2nd would be the new moon for the full moon of the 16th. If he was to go down in that Valentine's Day, Lupercalia range. But no matter, I'll put Trump's rally in the comments. Things are getting awfully quiet. There's no more talk about forced Pokino pokes. Everything sort of just died down, which ought to just raise the hair on the back of our necks. It doesn't, because we're human. And so when there's nothing going on, we just relax. But intellectually speaking, we have to know something big is coming when it gets this quiet. There's no more Trump rallies scheduled. There's nothing going on about the Crown V and the subsequent poquinos to the arm. Nothing. Everything's died down. We're now in the range of the autumn moon light my way. Michael is thinking it is now. When I say now, when we say Trump event, we're always talking about full moon. 2 days before it, 3 days before it, day before it, or on it. On, in, and or around the full moon, but not after it. Once the full moon passes, 24 hours at the most, you just have to look 4 weeks later or 3.5 weeks later. I think everything would be about a full moon. Full moon's when werewolf, that whole thing. You got a wolf full moon, I believe, in January. Any full moon it could take place on. They seem to really be telling us the 18th of December with that whole cellar door thing. Event 201 comes to December 18th. I mean, it's just like most things point to that date. And that's the last autumn moon from the lyrics of Ramble On. But if we get, there's my friend Adam. Oh, Trump supporters at Iowa rally see Civil War coming. Yeah, he sent me that and I shared it on my Facebook. Let me get rid of that so he don't pop up. Not because I don't want him to pop up, but just for his privacy's sake. Donald Trump supporters at Iowa rally on Saturday, waiting for ex-president to speak, worried about Civil War coming, and said he will save the world. So of course he does save the world. That's the whole point of the Antichrist after 2 billion have died. I do have to go back to my Facebook though. So Adam might pop up again. I just shared the Gordy Rose, Quantum Computing and Artificial Intelligence. And then he speaks of intelligent aliens. They refer to them as aliens, them demons. Captain America, and he spoke of, well, he don't care if we share this. I think Captain America Civil War came out before Avengers Infinity War, right? Then finished with Endgame Trump and Thanos. I need to give him some love there. There we go. Yeah, Adams, that video that I showed y'all his site. There's the Trump supporters at Iowa rally. Now, I shared this on my didn't I put this video up of Bill Maher speaking? Yes. Okay. So Bill Maher's talking about everybody's ready to hit the streets.
And with, oh, now we're arresting each other?
Now they're talking about what Bill Maher was talking about, in case I didn't do a very good job in the 2-minute video. And everything they talk about is scripted and staged. They're just trying to give you a narrative, which is what they do in sports, which is what they do in politics, which is what they do in everything. They tell you how to think. If you just close your eyes and listen and believe what we tell you. I know that sounds arrogant, but just believe what we tell you, but now listen to what they're saying. They're giving you a narrative that never gets off track of what we've been telling you is coming all along. The Antichrist must receive a deadly wound, and at that point, they will hit the streets with riots, both sides. Both sides. When that takes place, of course, the internet, all social media will be shut down. They will say in the name of safety, because people are communicating through social media to meet up for the destruction taking place in the streets, but it will be them. We know who they are. I mean, they run everything around us. They'll have their people hit the streets. Guns, bullets, whether anybody's actually getting shot or not, who knows? Will people actually take to the streets that aren't part of it to join the others? Because you know how stupid they are. And if they're of their father, the devil, they're just going to be spiritually taken over, just like you're spiritually taken over with drug abuse, alcohol abuse, well, or abuse to people. And so when that all begins, spiritually, there will be people who aren't even controlled opposition that will hit the streets to join the controlled opposition that's out in the streets of both sides. I mean, you saw when the whole incident from Minnesota took place with the guy whose initials were GF, who obviously is sipping on a margarita just days later somewhere, some island or some underground tunneled out resort. Hashtag. What was the hashtag? Well, exactly what will happen when they turn up the cell towers, because you breathe in the what they spray in the skies. What they spray in the skies is what's coming into your lungs and will react to what's on the that. You can see that, can't you? What you breathe in will react when they crank that up, and all of a sudden it'll inhibit your breathing. So you want to get high quantities of iron, and you want to start downing iron. You can't overdose on iron now, but you need to take iron because iron helps oxygen get into your bloodstream, because that's what one of their controlled opposition people was telling us. So I'll go with it. Joe Imbriano, the Fullerton informer, he's very controlled opposition, and yet I think told you a lot of the truth, which is what they do. That's how they work. That's their job. And this was about people not answering subpoenas. And he goes, well, what are we going to do? Or Trump people being subpoenaed, but they won't go and nothing happens to them. And they were like, well, nothing happens to anybody that doesn't answer subpoenas. What are we going to do now? Are we going to start literally arresting people when they don't answer subpoenas? That'll create a civil war, or we're almost at civil war speed.
And with, oh, now we're arresting each other? And we're
Left versus right, each other.
so close to a civil war as it is.
You can tell he's acting with just the look on his face. And he's a bad actor, horrible actor. See right through him. You can see right through him.
And we're so close to a civil war as it is. We're so close to being in the streets, I think.
Let me give you the narrative. So when it takes place, you accept it. That's what predictive programming is all about. Plus, it's their ability to prophecy. As above, so below. They have to tell you the truth before it happens. Is that it? Sometimes I lose my train of thought and I can't remember if I had anything else. All right, love y'all.